Gujarat, who are visiting Delhi. This is, of course, happening at the Kotla, the Arun Jaitley Stadium. And it rained today, by the way. There was a short, sharp storm in Delhi. So I think it's going to be blazing hot in the morning. So I'm sure whatever the rain did will be negated. But let's look at these two teams. GT, of course, will be buoyed after, their win in the last game. But when you look at the team here, what would you like to see? Would you like to see any changes, perhaps? I know we've been talking a lot about, foreign player. We've been talking about, do you want to get Kane Williamson in, perhaps? Because, the top order, the middle order has been looking a little fragile. Do you maybe want to get Spencer Johnson in? What do you do? They've got a few options, not too many.
Their concern has been that batting, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The top order batting has been their concern. And they gave Kane Williamson one game. Was it one or two games he played, I think, earlier in the tournament?
Kane?
Yeah.
One
game, was it?
Just played one game against Lucknow in that chase where Bishnoi got him bowled and took him out,
Yeah. So he's had one opportunity. I mean, do they want to shore up? If they do that, they've got to leave Omar Zai out. Yeah. Or do they have the stones to drop David Miller, who's been pretty much out of form?
Yeah.
So, do they go down that road? Having come off a win, you generally think that they don't change too much. So, I don't see it happening.
Yeah. He's played two games, my producer says he's played two games.
I thought it was
remembered him in one, sorry. He's played two games.
He got caught at backward point, I think, in the other game.
Yeah, there's two games, you're right. But again, Miller's just come back from injury. He's back in the team. Stays.
Yeah, he stays. He was a bit stiff against Delhi and then just missed out. But you got to back him in and trust that he can get the motor running at some point. And what better place to do it on that ground, small ground?
Yeah,
was a beautiful batting wicket on the first outing between SRH and DC. So you got to back him and his power game in there.
Yeah, and the Gujarat batting will look at this surface and say, this is definitely not an 89 all-out surface. We are not going 89 all-out against this team. Sometimes, but does this happen, Gilly? Sometimes when you have such a resounding loss against a team, the return fixture, do you kind of get buoyed almost a little more? Like, we got to show them, we got to just a little bit of revenge?
I don't think so. No, I think you're trying your best to win every game, no matter who it's against or where it is or on the back or whatever. But I don't. I think sometimes it can be good to have a quick turnaround, as it's proven to be for Lucknow.
Yeah,
they managed to get the double now against an opponent, so maybe you can carry a bit of momentum. So there might be a bit of psychological advantage there, but I don't think it makes you try any harder, particularly if you went down.
Okay, let's have a look at the Delhi team and see what they would do. Of course, their revelation has been Fraser McGurk at the top. It's been great fun watching him bat. I think the one thing that may have worried them in the last game, Dooley, was that Rishabh Pant did not look fluid at all.
No, he looked like he was struggling a touch, and that was always going to be the question: can he get through a whole season after coming back from that horrific accident? So that's going to be one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
From a bowling point of view, they got plundered for 266 in the last game.
Yeah.
There's been Khalil's been a little bit expensive. Nortje hasn't quite been at his best.
Yeah.
Lalit Yadav got punished in the last game. So from that point of view, they might be looking at their bowling attack and thinking, is there anything we can do here to tweak that just a touch? But that's a bit of an issue for them, I think, is that bowling attack and the fact that they're sitting, right at the bottom end as well.
Give Williams a go, don't they? Try it.
Yeah, Lizard Williams.
Yeah, we look at the bowling again and see what they can do. Ishan didn't play that game, I remember. So there was no Ishan there. They've got Jai Richardson. They've got Lizard Williams. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe Nortje just has a break.
Yeah.
Give him a game off, get Lizard Williams, see if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's much else they do in that lineup, to be honest.
No, that's probably it. That's probably the call they take. David Warner would want to get some runs tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be very keen to contribute, no doubt about it. He's missed out more often than not. Certainly lately he had the injury to the hand. He had a couple of starts early, didn't he? and looked like he might be right. But yeah, he'll be looking to make an impact for sure. And I think they've got to get the toss right if they can win that toss, and then they conceded so much ground by bowling first, and then poor choices once they had ball in hand. Oh, we know the game was over in power play, really.
125.
Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's a long road back.
Yeah. That's a joke. That's what Pommy Amangwa would say. You're being ridiculous. Being ridiculous. 125 in the power play. That's it. Game done. So you're probably looking at winning the toss and batting first tomorrow, whichever team.
If there's rain around, do you? I mean, you said there was a shower today. I mean, if there's rain around, if it looks a bit iffy, you might not. Yeah. But I mean, if you can bat first and put anything above 220, 230 on the board, you back yourself.
I think for them psychologically, it'd be a risky, unless there's rain and there's some really glaring reason to not do it. For them to win the toss and bowl, you'd be holding your breath because there's no reliability with ball in hand at all, and you're just mounting up piles of pressure on your batting team.
Too much trauma.
Yeah, time after time to go out there and do it. So I'd be tempted to say, come on, let's take it for a spin first and see if we can just do the reverse to what teams have been doing to us.